Coming off the heels of my review on the B970, I wanted my next video to stay within the DNA of the Chamberlain group. In fact, this next motor is somewhat of a hybrid that I'm going to talk about. I love the design lines to this motor. I love the black and red color combination to this motor. I love how this motor even installs. But what I love most about it is how it can illuminate the darkest area of any garage door without having to add any LED light bulbs. Party people, if you've guessed it, this is my review on the LiftMaster WLED garage door opener. Now in this video, we're definitely going to answer the question, who should buy this garage door motor? Because, spoiler alert, I seriously think you should buy this motor. The specs on this motor will fall in line with the 8550 WLB and the 8553. And what I'm going to focus on in this review is the built-in LED feature. So on paper, the LED lighting will illuminate up to 3100 lumens, which is pretty impressive. LiftMaster claims it's daylight illumination, and that's a confidently outrageous claim, but it's not very far from the truth. Now, what the WLED offers is a similar experience to their other belt drive motors. Aesthetically, it's a nice looking motor. Their red and black two-tone color design gives this motor such a fresh look. In fact, I prefer it more than the Chamberlain blue and black color design on their retail line model B1381. The build is futuristic, and the lines to the motor are visually appealing. Now, for purposes of this video, we'll be talking about the WLED and the WLED 267 model, which is basically the model that has an additional remote and wireless keypad. And if you've made it this far into the review, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that way you can get updates on the latest garage door tech. So for reasons I can't explain, LiftMaster requires you to open this motor from the box a certain way. So pay very close attention to which side you're opening. Now, this unboxing experience is not very different from the other dealer and retail motors. You're provided with all the necessary accessories and parts needed for installation. And if you're in the California area, this is one of the motors that comply with the battery backup under the State Bill 969 regulation. Say it with me, party people. One piece rail, one piece rail, one piece rail. Well, I guess you get the idea. So applying the one-piece rail assembly is pretty much the same as all other LiftMaster garage door opener motors. You'll simply align the holes to the rail assembly onto the motor head, and with a socket ratchet, apply the washered bolts. Remember this pro tip: try not to use an impact drill. A socket ratchet or socket wrench will ensure to not strip out the washered bolts when securing the rail assembly. Applying the belt cap cover is also a must. It will protect both the belt and sprocket assembly. Once that is done, tighten the spring trolley nut to make sure that the belt is secured. Now, tighten sufficiently, but you don't want to over-tighten because the belt should have a little bit of play. LiftMaster provides a small diagram on how to do this. After applying the header mount, hang the garage door motor safely while making sure everything is level. An unlevel garage door motor can create problems and failures to the garage door track assembly and/or door sections, so take the time to make sure things are straight. So now you can start working on getting all the accessories installed. The wall station or wall button is exactly like the 8550 WLB. The safety sensors are also the same as you'll find on any of the LiftMaster, Chamberlain, and even Craftsman series, so don't forget to install them. And last but not least, take the time to install the battery backup. This feature will comply with the California State Bill 969. Of course, if you're not in California, it's still a great feature to have when there's loss of power to the garage. Now, one feature that I believe does not get enough attention is the automatic door lock. All of LiftMaster's Elite Series motors will allow the option to install up to two 841LM automatic door locks. There are two plug-in terminals for these locks, and like most of these garage door motor peripherals, it's simply plug and play. The option to apply an automatic door lock offers extra security for peace of mind, but it is an accessory that is sold separately. So make sure to ask your dealer installer if you care for that option. Now, of course, the highlight to this motor are the built-in LED lights. Now, remember that claim from LiftMaster about the daylight illumination? Well, here I am in the completely dark garage. This garage does not have any additional lighting fixtures or lighting system installed. But with the LiftMaster LED motor, they really don't need it. As you can tell, the lighting to this motor illuminates the garage impressively well. It's almost blinding. This is not an exaggeration. This LED feature is that good, and it's one of the main reasons why I would consider this motor if your garage lacks lighting, whether natural or artificial. So how does the LiftMaster WLED sound like when it operates? Well, hear for yourself. So why is having a well-lit garage important? Well, most families utilize their garage as an entry point into their home. That sort of safety adds peace of mind in this ever-so-insecure world we live in. Additionally, the advantage of these built-in LEDs is not having to replace them as often as a standard LED bulb. And when you accompany this feature with the motion sensor on the wall button that will allow not having to search for a light switch when transferring groceries or carrying your sleepy children, well, that's a pretty nice feature. True, the ability to do this on a regular motor like the 8550 WLB or the Chamberlain model is possible. But the 3100 lumens that this motor generates is something to write home about. I don't think you'll find a better lighting setup than what the LiftMaster WLED offers. Speaking of setup, LiftMaster was wise to give customers the option to set up more lights to this motor. How so? The LiftMaster 827LM LED light fixture is an accessory that can be added to any of the Elite Series LiftMaster motors. This particular light fixture adds an additional 1500 lumens to the garage, and this could be done up to 6 times. In other words, you can add up to 6 827 LMs at 1500 lumens for major lighting. And if you do the math, let's see, 1500 times 6, carry the 1, add for inflation, for a grand total of 9,000 lumens. Add that to the 3100 lumens from the WLED, and now you're over 1200 lumens. Overkill? Possibly. But there's an advantage to all this. Many older homes that do not have proper electrical wiring can create challenges for lighting a garage. Hiring an electrician might be a solution, but with this pandemic-stricken economy, it might not always be the cheapest option. Now, I'm not going to say buying 6 additional 827LM light fixtures is a cheaper route, but the ability to have your garage door lighting work in conjunction with the garage door motor has its advantages. As an added bonus, you can also utilize the light fixture with the MyQ Wi-Fi app. Overall, the ability to add additional light fixtures to the LiftMaster WLED is a plus, and it's one major reason why you should consider this motor. With that said, who should buy this motor? Well, for sure, homeowners that have challenges lighting the inside of their garage, especially if you're a customer that is looking for additional safety by proper lighting. Professional contractors will have no trouble offering and installing this motor. Property managers or multi-complex owners might prefer a motor that is not so feature-rich. Yet, they do well in offering this motor if lighting is an issue for their garage door units. And a reliable handyman shouldn't have any trouble installing this motor, but it's more than likely they might offer the Chamberlain equivalent, model B1381. Either way, the LiftMaster WLED is a fantastic product. I love installing it, and party people, I think you'll love using it. This review was made possible by several purchased LiftMaster WLED garage door motors from a local distributor by SOS Garage Door Service. LiftMaster does not pay SOS Garage Door Service to make review videos of their motors. No one from LiftMaster was given a copy of this video for their approval. This is just one garage door contractor's opinion in hopes to help you make a better buying decision for your next garage door needs. So if that's something you can put stock in, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. That would really help the channel. Thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe.